Natural interaction with computer systems is a well-established design paradigm that leverages users' innate abilities to communicate effectively and to interact dexterously in the physical world, and transfers these abilities to digital environments through natural user interfaces, or NUIs. To this end, NUIs implement input modalities reflective of user-intuitive behavior, such as pointing, touch, gesture, speech, eye gaze, and emotional responses, adapted to the specifics of the context in which they are applied. Despite its strong appeal and widespread adoption, the natural interaction paradigm has not escaped criticism, which has targeted inconsistencies in interactions favoring new gesture-based modalities such as touch and multi-touch over established designs, challenges of transferring physical world behaviors into digital content manipulations, and the potential misuse of the positive connotations in the term natural to promote novel interfaces. These arguments have raised questions about whether natural interactions consistently offer the optimal user experience and, consequently, whether they should always be the preferred choice for modern interactive systems. In fact, many examples of highly usable interactions based on the same modalities as employed in natural interaction offer a fresh perspective. For instance, imaginary interfaces effectively leverage medial gestures for interactions with digital content residing solely in the user's imagination and memory, challenging the natural assumption that system feedback is inherently necessary. Alternating between normal and whispered voice does not align with natural speech, but enables effective differentiation between system commands and text input. Eyelid movements of specific patterns are not reflective of natural communication, but enable users with motor impairments to control computer systems. Such designs, which deviate from common intuition and expectations of physical world naturalness, suggest that non-natural interaction through non-natural user interfaces may represent a valuable paradigm of interaction design, with many opportunities for crafting user experiences, both contrasting and complementing those offered by natural interaction. While still utilizing innate human modalities, non-natural interaction would apply them in unconventional ways that challenge typical intuitions and expectations of what feels natural in the physical world or in the specific context in which they are applied. However, this does not mean that these interactions are less effective than their natural counterparts. In this context, the contributions of this paper are as follows. First and foremost, our paper is a manifest for adopting non-natural interaction as a valuable complement to the established natural interaction paradigm. We propose a vision where designers intentionally diverge from typical user intuition and expectations of physical world naturalness, providing unconventional experiences for interactions that are usable and effective. Second, we explore 3 prototypes featuring various gesture-based interaction concepts in physical environments on the user's body and through digital devices, which we use to challenge assumptions in natural interaction and highlight benefits of non-natural interaction. Our designs depict interactions that involve either removing or altering system output following novel use of natural input modalities such as pointing, touching, and grasping, intentionally disrupting expectations of input, output, and cause and effect naturalness. Lastly, we offer a set of guiding principles related to user input, system output, and their cause and effect relationship by adopting and exploring inconsistency, inconstancy, and inaction as practical possibilities for guiding non-natural interaction design. We continue with a short note about the terminology that we use in this work. The proper antonym of natural is unnatural, but this word carries negative connotations implying artificiality or aberration that, contrary to our intention, associate with poor design. Instead, our scope emphasizes the value of interactions rooted in innate human modalities that do not fit within the natural interaction paradigm yet remain related to it. To convey this nuance, terminology can be provided through prefixation, such as in-natural, emphasizing origins in natural modalities, out-natural, highlighting outcomes beyond naturalness, and non-natural, suggesting a complementary approach to natural design. Of these, prefer the latter where the prefix non invites an understanding of non-natural interaction as a complement to the natural interaction paradigm, leading to designs where natural modalities are applied in ways that depart from natural interaction and thus are not natural interaction. Building on our terminological framing, we outline the non-natural interaction design philosophy in reference to natural interaction as both an evolving concept and a complementary approach, and present several perspectives of non-NUIs in relation to NUIs. Our first perspective is horizontal disruptiveness. According to this perspective, both natural and non-natural interaction design are situated within the same landscape, using the natural world as a grounding reference point, with non-natural interaction representing an evolution, enabling a departure from physical world naturalness that has the potential to be as disruptive as natural interaction was to previous paradigms. This is illustrated through common imagery of UI evolution with non-NUIs and NUIs placed at the same level, both following graphical and command line user interfaces. The second perspective we offer is reciprocal affinity. Depicted through a Venn diagram, this perspective highlights that both non-NUIs and NUIs leverage the same innate human modalities, although in different ways, resulting in reciprocal user experiences. Whereas natural interaction emphasizes modalities that align with physical world naturalness, non-natural interaction embodies reciprocity, diverging from their natural use through input and output that are in constant, shifting forms, yet maintaining a strong connection to modalities foundational to natural interaction. The third perspective is mutual expansion, according to which complementarity is emphasized through the mutuality of the two paradigms, where each expands the other with unique elements. We use the puzzle pieces metaphor to suggest how non-NUIs complement NUIs with designs not fitting neatly within natural interaction. This complementarity is mutual and builds on the benefits of expanding design possibilities with elements not present in the other paradigm, such as familiarity, ergonomics, and non-intrusiveness in natural interaction, oppose inconsistency, inconstancy, and inaction of input and output in non-natural interaction. Our last perspective is dualistic synergy that depicts the complementarity between natural and non-natural interaction through the lens of synergy between opposites, illustrated with a yin-yang visual metaphor. The two paradigms can benefit profoundly from their complementarity, enabling them to co-evolve, where the unconventional experiences offered by non-NUIs may eventually become mainstream, set new standards, and integrate into NUIs. We illustrate three designs of interactive systems that deviate from typical intuition of physical world naturalness, highlighting both the challenges to natural interaction assumptions and the benefits of non-natural interaction design. In the first example, we present an interaction concept and technique for accessing digital content within a feedback-free physical environment. The solution builds on imaginary user interfaces, which extend to the entire environment, where users interact with digital content guided by their imagination, memory, and spatial orientation skills. For example, a user could place a digital file in mid-air or onto a coffee cup with a gesture. After memorizing the location, the user could later retrieve the file by repositioning their hand to that spot. In the second example, we further developed the design concept of accessing digital content in a feedback-free manner by shifting the location of the digital layer from the environment to the user's body. We address highly distinctive and easily reachable regions on the body represented by pockets due to their natural association with carrying personal objects, which we extrapolated to encompass digital content. For example, the user places their hand into the right pocket to retrieve a digital file that was placed there earlier and then transfers the file to a nearby display by pointing. In our third example, we explore the concept of delivering distal vibrations through a wearable by decoupling input and output to create an additional channel for conveying information to users. By offering high flexibility to accommodate various user preferences and a wide range of wearables with vibrotactile output, this design ultimately aims for an enhanced user experience with touchscreens. We propose a set of guiding principles for non-natural interaction design. The first principle involves designing with output modalities in ways that feel unfamiliar compared to expected physical world aesthetics, behavior, or common intuitions related to their context. The second principle involves designing user input that utilizes innate human modalities in ways disaligned from the acquired familiarity in applying those modalities in everyday life. The third principle involves designs that intentionally disrupt the cause and effect relationship between user input and system output in interactions with computer systems, deliberately deviating from the common intuition and expectation that input and output must be synchronized in space and/or time to represent a meaningful experience.